Oh no, tried to catch her in the sky. The Femme Shop. This is perfect for her because Monte is on the other side. Where are you going?
Sweet dreams.
Another
Oh, again.
You know what, Femme Shop? Just do another one, dude. Oh,
Oh, he's not dead. Oh, he's hella dead. Okay.
Yo, Femme Shop is... I love her.
You're watching FemShep FGC. Like and subscribe to my favorite gladiator on the Citadel.
Hello, YouTube. It's me, FemShep. It's been a minute. Combo Breaker was over Memorial Day weekend, and I originally planned to have this video posted by the end of May, and we're now in mid-July. Things got a little crazy. If you didn't know, when I'm not grinding Street Fighter 6, I also write books, specifically queer science fiction and fantasy for teenagers. My debut novel, Between Sun and Shadow, is a sapphic reimagining of the Hades and Persephone myth on a tidally locked planet. And I shouted out all of our locals and the Street Fighter 6 community in the acknowledgements, so if you do pick up a copy, you're in there. Flip to the back, you're there. Since the book's publication on May 5th, I've done, oh god, let me count, 7 book signing events, with 6 more upcoming on the calendar. I recorded a podcast episode, I booked another upcoming podcast episode, I took a day trip to New York City to meet one of my audiobook narrators in real life, I'm teaching a writing class to elementary schoolers at my local library this weekend, I'm up to 80,000 words written on my new project, which is about fighting games in outer space. Fingers crossed I can sell that one for all of us. I even signed hardcovers for friends at Combo Breaker. And I've been marketing my ass off on Instagram every single day. So it's no wonder YouTube fell a little by the wayside, but I appreciate everyone who stuck around. In the past, my videos on EVO, CEO, and Frosty Faustings all covered the broad experience of attending a major as a relative newcomer. This video will be a bit different. I'm specifically telling the story of my best ever bracket run at a major. The emotional highs, the crushing lows, and the takeaway I'm left with almost 2 months later. So what you're seeing here is my first set at Combo Breaker. The good news, it was Guile, which is arguably Marisa's only good matchup in the game. The bad news, it was my first set at a major, and historically, even at majors where I played well, my first set has always been an absolute clusterfuck. I have clinical anxiety, and I feel it in every single heartbeat at majors, while my Fitbit congratulates me on cardio that I am most definitely not doing. I crowdfund my way to these things thanks to generous community support from people like you, so I can't just attend every major every year, which means I have a limited number of chances to prove to myself on the biggest available stage that the work I'm putting in has produced results, that I am improving. Plus, I know I'm putting the bracket run up here on YouTube afterwards, and I don't want to let my followers down. This set was a mess. Watching myself here in hindsight is painful. It became apparent almost immediately that this was not a high-level Guile player, which meant I should have had this in the bag. But that also meant that it was harder to predict what he was going to do because he wasn't doing what he should do. I was playing nervous, awkward, and twitchy, trying to jump too much, autopiloting my pressure, dropping simple combos like charged 5 HP TC after heavy Dima, the whole shebang. And this guy was doing wake up reversal like he got free Chipotle for every flash kick or super art. Not to mention random drive impact even in the middle of mid-screen block strings, which I'm absolutely not looking for there. A modern reaction closed out game 1, and at this point I was very confident that this should be straight up skill gap in my favor. But that's the funny thing about Street Fighter 6. The moment you decide that someone can simply be categorized as bad, the moment you decide the next game should be free, you start playing lazy. You try to get away with risks you shouldn't take. You spend resources needlessly without fear of the consequences. And if you're me, you drop a game to someone against whom you had no business dropping a round. The Guile's friends were watching our set, and when he took game 2, he's popping off, fist in the air, his friends behind us popping off, and the only distinct thought I could form in my head was, I hope you enjoyed that, because that is the last game you're going to get off of me for the rest of your life. Not my kindest thought, but bracket brain, I was locked the fuck in. I did win game 3, of course. I was not going to losers round 1 with all the time I put into this. 2,000 plus hours on my PS5, 50 plus locals, this is my 5th major, but to be honest, I was extremely rattled. It was one of the worst sets I'd played offline in months. Not just at a major, but period. I did my best to mentally shake it off, securely place it in the past, and told myself that I'd simply gotten all my nerves and bad decisions out of the way early. Which is a good thing, because up next, one of the TOs asked if I would be willing to play on stream. So I squared my shoulders, grabbed my hitbox, and said, put me the fuck in. I've only played on stream at one other major, CEO in June 2025, and while I was very proud of my almost upset against ASAP Ricky's Mai, I still lost. And I really, really wanted to finally clutch out a win on stream in a major. Here's what happened, featuring some ignorant aura farming at the end.
So it looks like we're going to go into our next match, so maybe we'll see some more diversity going on here. Okay.
FemShop, alright.
And Monte. Oh, that's her book. Between Sun and Shadow. Yes, go
Oh, she
her.
wrote that?
Yeah, she wrote that.
No shot.
It was so funny because like she made a tweet. It was like, "Hey, pick a page from my book, and then I'll give you like a no context like sentence or like quote from that page." And like it's awesome that like she just interacts with her fighting game fans and also her book, like promoting her book. Like yes, good power to her.
I was about to say, had she moved on from Marisa to Alex, but then I saw like the big the user interface of all like the buttons and stuff. I'm glad she's still on the Marisa.
Yes,
Right
Marisa, let's go.
Okay.
Love that for her. So yeah, again, I was gonna say character diversity. Nah, we're sticking with
We're
the Alex
sticking
and
with
Marisa.
Marisa and Alex. This is the pool. I like that.
Let's
Sorry.
get it.
As much as we were focusing on FemShop, Monty coming in with Alex, very
Yes.
excited to see it. Yaru crew forever.
Yes, our crew forever, indeed. Starting out really strong here. Oh, no, can't do that. Here we go, drive impact. Are we gonna see FemShop burn him out? Yes, that is super smart, going in for another drive impact. And we are back into the burnout, into the corner here, slowly but surely.
We find a bust out for Monty. FemShop's like really trying to, I was gonna say she's like rather eager to kind of maintain control, and just like that, in the very last part of being able to get that drive impact as Monty was still burnt out. Uh-oh.
Oh no, big whiff, but no punish. Oh, nice, keeping Monte into his tracks. Here we go. FemShop looking clean as ever.
She is locked all the way in. I've never seen her game face before. She's locked all the way in. So.
She is mad locked in, dude.
It's the second time we've seen that instance whip.
There we go, Monte starting to party. Tired of getting bullied. Oh, okay. Little feint hop there.
AKS ender. Dash up. Oos! Wake up violence.
Oh, big one. Oh, no, tries to go for a dash up man grab, but it looks like FemShop is gonna, no, not yet. I thought that she was gonna use all of her resources, go into the super, but now that she's in burnouts, Monte does have some meter. No.
Modern Marisa, baby. Don't you ever forget it.
Oh man, looking so clean. Yeah, because like again, like it feels like you can't really like try to go for a surprise drive impact, but because like Modern helps that so well in that situation where it's like, oh no, I see it, gotta press the button, and it works out in her favor.
We are forced to go to the character select screen. I want to see what the choices are going to be. Is it going to be locked in back into the Alex? FemShop looking rather comfortable with the Marisa on Modern. I mean, a lot of control, a lot of dominance coming in from back-to-back rounds. Going to be into the same characters.
Oh, let's go. Yes. So 1-0 over to FemShop. Let's see if Monte definitely has learned his lesson of how FemShop plays Marisa. Because, again, I mean, like, you're playing Marisa, you gotta play, like, really brutes, really forceful. But but it looks like Monte is returning that favor, playing forceful too.
I do believe that caught maybe the startup of stance, right? Oh God, help me.
Oh, called it out with that anti-air and onto the same side. Ooh, grab reversal.
Damn, the walk up OD.
Yes. Oh,
Sorry.
low forward, yeah. Interrupts that OD Gladius going in from there, but Monte looking clean, looking a lot better than the last round.
Makes a lot of sense too. FemChap has definitely woken up with Gladius once prior, so. Damn.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
That was kind of nice.
Ripping like that. Okay. All right, staying in the corner. FemShep's got to think of something. Tries to go for a drive impact, but that doesn't work out. Monte works with that pixel health and gets a perfect. Okay, now this is a lot better because I saw that Monte tried to do a bunch of like command grabs like in the last match, but it wasn't looking too sharp because like he would see some patterns that FemShep was doing that would escape those command grabs. Now Monte putting things on the board, but FemShep not trying to lose here. Okay, I see you. Oh.
Oof. I like that too. Off of that air-to-air, FemShep's still willing to press a couple of buttons, and it was lights, right? Trying to maintain their positioning. We should be hella dead. FemShep looking at match point. It's been mad back and forth between the two so far. Oops. I love that. What a sequence, yo. Ooh.
Oh no, tried to catch her in the skies, but FemShep, this is perfect for her because Monte is on the other side. Where are you going?
Sweet dreams.
Another
do it again.
One. You know what, FemShep, just do another one, dude. Oh,
Oh, he's not dead. Oh, he's hella dead. Okay.
Yo, FemShep is, I love her. Look at her, yes. I love it when she pops off because it just shows that, like, yeah, she's hyped for it. She works hard for it. And, like, I know that she's also really vocal about her journey, you know, like, leveling up in rank and, like, you know, tournament wins and, of course, promoting her book. Like, she is literally the positive sunshine in the FGC.
Right on, FemShep. All the hard work, being able to prove it out on screen. Yeah. It's no easy feat, man. One thing that is mad underrated are the nerves, or like not really talked about, are the nerves that happen as soon as you step on stage and all eyes are on you. And this is something that happens to everybody, whether you're a beginner or even a professional. And I've been doing this for years. There are going to be moments where you still feel those nerves.
Speaking of moments where you still feel those nerves, my next opponent in winners was the top seed in my pool, Juri, a Japanese pro fighting games player sponsored by Sagat. I'd never heard of him before Combo Breaker, but when I checked my pool seeding, I googled him. Wikipedia came up, and I knew I was in for a rough fight. But that didn't mean I was just going to lay down and die. No, I was on my anime training arc bullshit. Juri plays both Mai and Ken competitively, so I spent 2 hours watching his replays on both characters. I took pages of notes on his habits and possible counterplay. I convinced myself, with the fleeting unhinged delusion that we all need to sit down and play a fighting game competitively at all, that I had a chance at getting out of this pool in winners. I was seeded to get out of the pool in losers, which would have been a first for me anyway, outside of EVO's much less threatening, mostly casual pools population, but I wanted the big one, you know? I wanted the impossible. I have never been so quickly and so brutally demolished, piece by piece, as I was by Juri in this set. I know that my defaulting to Modern Gladius as an anti-air, as opposed to using Marisa's aerial normals or crouching heavy punch, can be exploited. It's happened plenty of times before. I've had people empty jump it to try and throw me, or even super on landing. But never in my life have I seen a Shoto punish the anti-air attempt itself with an immediate stand-like kick conversion into full combo. The moment this happened, I felt in my bone marrow that I was a goner. And then there's the fact that he perfect parried the very first Superman punch I threw out. I mean, are you kidding? Are you kidding? What are they feeding them in Japan? Truly, I need to know. Not Chipotle. There's no way it's Chipotle. Honestly, this entire set was demoralizing. I got humbled, reminded how big skill gaps really are at high level, and had my ego from the stream win rapidly brought back down to earth. I couldn't even properly compliment Orerine to help myself decompress from the set because he didn't speak any English. His friend was struggling to translate in the noisy room, and I couldn't get bars on my phone to use Google Translate. I just had to fist bump the kid and slink away in my shame. So it goes. I was in Losers Final, as predicted. While the rest of Orerine sending me 12 feet underground plays out, allow me to catch you up on my previous results at majors. I went 3-2 at my first 3 majors in a row. The first was EVO 2023, where 3-2 was enough to get me out of my day 1 pool in winners. I had no concept of the fact that EVO was a much easier major than most others. It's so big that the top level talent is more spread out between pools. A lot of people who don't play a game seriously will still enter it if they're at EVO anyway. In my head though, EVO was the big one for the real big dog gamers. And if I could get out of pools at EVO, in winners no less, then I was a big dog. Chat, I was a chihuahua. I rolled up to Frosty Faustings about 6 months later, January 2025, convinced that I was simply someone who got out of pools at majors and would do it again. But my anxiety won out, it was a much harder bracket, I lost my Losers Final, and I ended again at a 3-2 score. About 6 months after that, I attended my 3rd major, CEO. And for the first time, I was keenly aware of my ability to gap a lot of people. All of my wins were decisive, whereas my wins at my first EVO against much weaker players all went down to Game 3 and biting my nails. I almost, but not quite, upset ASAP Ricky on stream, despite that being my first stream set at a major and riddled with anxiety. Unfortunately, while it was my hardest pool to date and still showed improvement, it was another 3-2. 2 sets away from escaping pools. Fast forward to my second, and for now, due to recent changes I can't stomach, last EVO, 5-2, doubling my assigned seed, making it halfway through my day 2 pool, placing top 300 out of over 4,000, and crying from euphoric pride even while I ultimately lost. After that, I really believed I could escape pools at a harder major. But now, at Combo Breaker, that would be put to the test. And now a quick break to thank this video's sponsor, Zenni Gaming. Zenni has been a leading online glasses company since 2003, when Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was released. With over 50 million pairs sold, Zenni offers prescription sunglasses, sports glasses, blue light glasses for gaming, safety glasses, and just regular old glasses, so you can look like Marisa Outfit 2, Aki Outfit 3, whatever you want. And unlike costumes in Street Fighter 6, Zenni is always releasing new fits, all for a fraction of what glasses would cost at an offline store. You can even virtually try them on with your device's camera before you buy. Use promo code GLADIUS to get 10% off your Zenni purchase while supporting the channel. Link is in the description. With such low-cost eyewear, you can find something to match every cosplay or esports jersey. The possibilities are as endless as Ken Main's downplay. Thanks for watching the ad. Now back to the video. What's the worst thing you can imagine happening to you in the Losers Final of a pool? Hear me out. It's the same character you lost to the last time you made it to a pool's Losers Final. Terry, who has only gotten stronger in the meta as time has gone on. You tell yourself it's not the same guy. You tell yourself you aren't the same player. Forget the meta. You, as a competitor, have gotten stronger. If you keep a cool head, you can do this. Then you eat a perfect KO. Okay, you know what? Shit happens. You're gathering information. It's 1st to 2, not 1st to 1 round. This is fine. Deep breaths, racing heart, sweaty palms, mom spaghetti, etc. This is fine. This is fine. Then you play round 2. And it's also a perfect KO. The war flashbacks were in full effect for me at this point. Back to Frosty Faustings, easily my worst offline crash out to date, having fully expected myself to get out of other pools after having only attended EVO. I still remember just putting my head in my hands, yelling at my friend who had been filming the set for me that this was unacceptable, crying, going back to training room and just repeatedly demonstrating that I knew how to do the combos that I dropped, finally pulling it together after like 10 minutes of this. The set began. Losers Final. Clinging to life in the bracket by my fingernails, centimeters from another escape from pools at a major, or from drowning like my seed predicted. My anxiety became utterly catastrophic. My quarter circle forward heavy became forward heavy kick into whiff level 3.
That level 3 drop, it didn't happen.
Okay.
Didn't happen. You're playing fine. Keep doing that. Try to calm down the driver's cancel because these chances are to check them.
My charged 5 HP didn't fully charge and whiffed the level 2 lane. In final game, down a round but with a 75% life lead, I made a completely unnecessary hard read in a desperate bid to quickly take things to final round. I walked forward into raw armor stance, betting on a button. Instead, I got a delayed full combo into level 3, which put me in burnout in the corner, victim to a crack shoot burnout loop that functionally put me in a checkmate situation.
Somebody get fucked. Get fucked. Somebody get fucked. Get fucked. Somebody get fucked. Somebody get fucked.
Getting up from my chair, like heart still in my throat, turning around, and then Zaffarino being there like, "Hey Shep, how did your pool go?" And just like breaking down, sobbing in his arms. And he gave me the most lovely pep talk, and I will always love him for that. But it was not a good time at Frosty Fausting's pools. It really was not. I was also freshly sponsored by Paragon, a grassroots FGC org, and had been dealing with an unexpected wave of relentless bigoted harassment for having been given that opportunity as a content creator while being openly female, queer, and disabled. Oh, and Jewish. For some reason, Twitter really fixated on the fact that I'm Jewish on my mother's side. Instead of playing to prove myself right that I was strong, I was playing to prove the internet wrong that I was weak. And I paid for it by drowning in a puddle. So, at this point, bringing us back to the present at Combo Breaker, I just watched my life flash before my eyes, and I realized that this was the ultimate test. Not of my gameplay skill, but of my control over my own mental. Because that double perfect KO was the brain destroyer. It was like feeding my anxiety an Adderall. Every ounce of self-doubt I've been repressing came roaring to the surface, one thought echoing around my skull over and over again. It's happening again. But then I thought, not yet. Not yet, it isn't. This isn't over until I say it's over. I'm going to play like I can still win, because until they ring the bell, I can. So I went back to character select. I took a drink of water, and instead of berating myself or fearfully imagining a rapidly approaching elimination, I actually thought about what had just happened on the screen. Why did I actually get double perfected? The crux of it, I got whiff punished a lot. I was hesitant to risk anything by turning up the offense, but Terry was hanging back, playing slowly, waiting for me to throw out a button without advancing close enough to earn it. Which meant I needed to have the guts to slam my foot on the gas pedal right the fuck now. Watching this set and the others again now, I can see that my most glaring errors at Combo Breaker were consistent. Being too anxious to look for and react to whiffs, and impulsively spending drive meter without looking at how many bars I had available. Both of those remain in full effect here, but I made the one core adaptation I needed to begin turning the set around. I became Marisa. By no means are the sets I played at Combo Breaker the best I've ever played. I think maybe even in onlines, but most definitely at my locals. For certain, I have played better than this. But the real accomplishment of what you're seeing here in me turning this set around is that this is the best I have played under the level of anxiety and stress that I experience at a major. It's not peak performance for me in terms of gameplay, but it was absolutely my personal best in terms of winning the mirror match against my own brain. Once I turned up the offense, I had a gut feeling, based on how passive Terry was playing, hoping I'd make a mistake, that he might panic and fold under relentless aggression. So I turned up the heat as close to boiling as I could, and then I started baiting the wake up DP and wake up super. Simply flipping that switch made an enormous difference in how the rest of the set played out. I just totally changed the way that I was playing and forced him to adapt around me instead of only attempting to adapt what I was doing around him. Most of this video, I'm scripting what I want to say over the matches, but I do want to go through this last game with Terry in real time and just commentate on what I'm seeing as I'm seeing it to kind of discuss what was going through my head, adaptations that were happening. Okay. I'm getting hit a lot here. I didn't think he had real Oki. Was trying to interrupt, froze up, didn't register the whiff, went to throw him. Spent meter I really shouldn't have spent on a drive rush cancel into minimal reward, but at least had the foresight not to, I was about to say not to spend more meter, but then I did spend meter, and then I realized he was not interrupting any of my fake pressure and just punished him playing passive with the command grab, started incorporating more delays. I think it's possible that level 1 would have killed there, but I didn't want to risk it, so I just went for level 2 to absolutely make sure he was dead, and at this point, it's set point for me. And I'm just like, I'm going to take as few risks as possible and try to keep a steady flowing offense going. I didn't register that hit confirm at the beginning of the round, which is not great because I could have gotten a full combo instead of just going for the throw, but shit happens. I end up in the corner. We're both mashing. I get hit. I'm getting throw looped. I'm not going to attack. I am not going to lose this set to attack, but I did try to jump out and get anti-air put back in the corner. I realize he's playing a little more active now, steal my turn back with armor, probably should have back thrown, but fuck it, we ball. Now at this point, I'm registering after this next interaction that any super will kill, and that Terry does not have a true block string here, and I OS it. I'm going to cover my 2 remaining sets here in real time instead of scripting because there is a lot to talk about, and I really want to talk about what's actually happening on the screen. First of all, this is Juri, and I knew it was Juri even before my day 2 pool actually started, because when I looked to see who I would be fighting in my day 2 pool, I recognized the gamer tag as someone who torments me on ranked. I couldn't have told you how they specifically play, but I knew they were a good player, and I knew that every single time I was having a horrible tilted session on ranked, I would queue into this guy, like 6 times in a row, without fail. So, I'm seeded to lose the tournament here. I was seeded to finally get out of pools, which I did, but so far everything has gone exactly the way seeding predicted it would, and if seeding is accurate, then this is where I drop out of the tournament. And it's certainly looking like that's how it's supposed to go, because it's Juri. This matchup is an absolute war crime. Everything about it is horrible, and this guy knew the matchup really, really well. You can see there, I'm repeatedly trying to bait Juri busting out with the DP, and he is consistently playing around doing an OD Gladius after the target combo so that he can beat it without risking the DP. He goes for a low into combo, or he goes for a super on reaction, but he is absolutely refusing to DP into it. He's also using the dive kick very effectively to get around my go-to Gladius anti-air habit, which is extra pronounced when I'm as stressed out as I am in this situation. Just playing around all of the Marisa-specific knowledge checks incredibly well. Another thing that I really hate watching myself do here in hindsight is a few times I went for delay button on the off chance that they would do a reversal, and instead of doing a really risky reversal, they went for wake up parry, and then instead of throwing them out of the parry when I hadn't committed to anything yet, I still committed to my delayed button and just did button into the parry and gave them free drive, which is painful. But unfortunately, that is how it goes sometimes. There's a lot to think about in this game, and there I am doing it again. And I froze up on what to do after the target combo because I've been getting punished for doing incorrect reads there and trying to bait the DP. And unfortunately there, I over-relied on the modern. I tried to react with super, and it was not happening. That was not reactable with level 3 at that range. I deserve that. Alright. My fault. But then I just tried to put it behind me, take a breath, go back in. Again, it's not over until it's over. I have the option here to either see it as that I'm 1 game away from being eliminated, or that I can bring it back, and I'm choosing to believe I can bring it back. So we go back in, we're both playing really patient and intentional with our pokes, steal some turn with armor, go for frame trap and a low to catch walk back afterwards, punishing the parry with the command grab. Now I actually have momentum going for a change. He did finally bust out with the DP, but not after target combo. He waited to see me stop. I actually input that by accident and then just committed to the anti-air when I saw that it committed, that it actually hit. I just went for it at that point. Now I'm in the corner, but I have a lot of meter. I spend some of it to get myself out, mash the auto combo too hard and whiff a light there. Thankfully it's not super punishable and he doesn't react. I drop my hit confirm. And then I do some just ignorant shit with stance on -3 and going for the overhead, which is -3 on block. He's teching. I tried to Superman over the fireball, got punished for it, then got anti-air trying to jump out of the way. I'm not sure what I pressed on wake up there, but I get hit. I'm really consciously trying not to take unnecessary risks here, but also I don't want to just sit there and take everything, and I keep guessing badly. I'm pressing in the wrong places. I'm getting counter hit a lot. I see him just walking back and not crouch blocking and go for the stance sweep, which is actually a really good call out against that specific situation. That was a messy trade. I whiff. I don't get punished though. We're both kind of shimmying around looking to see what each other are going to do. I don't check the drive rush. I block it out. He burns himself out. He registers he's burned himself out and that this is not good. I'm on a pixel. And I'm not going to get baited into whiffing a level 3 again. Just trying to get him closer to the corner. Walking him down. He's almost out of burnout. I risk the stance sweep again. Oh my god. And I don't know why I shouldn't have done the OD Gladius there, but I did reaction level 2 the fireball to close out game 2. So Super Yan behind me is yelling, her friends are yelling, my friends are yelling. I turn around at this point, you can actually hear me tell Super Yan that I think I'm gonna throw up. I was only half kidding. So this is it. This is either I beat my seed or I do exactly what was predicted. He's taking advantage of the dive kick to punish the way I've been approaching anti-airs. I drive reversal him off of me because he hasn't really been shimming me on my wake up. I got lucky that he whiffed the DP and then I whiffed my own punish. I have stopped spending OD Gladius in that situation and just went for the normal uncharged Gladius. Screwed up from stress, dropped a really easy charged target combo and now he's turning it around. I try to armor, I get thrown out of it. I armor again because I don't think he's gonna think I'll do it twice and then I wasn't watching my meter. And I end up dying here primarily because I put myself in burnout and I didn't know what to do. That was something that became really, really apparent. This round is one of the craziest offline rounds I have ever played. I am just a wall with the armor, using a lot of Gladius, delay tech, tried to Superman and he jumped over me. I needed to use less Superman to keep him in the corner. He teched again. My anti-air gets blown up again by the dive kick because he's playing this matchup near perfectly. And again, I spend the OD Gladius. I don't know why I was still making that decision. I really should have adapted sooner. But I'm walking my way out of the corner. I really like my movement here in and out. A lot of like micro walk and crouch block. I whiff a Gladius and thankfully don't get punished. I get counter hit, but he doesn't confirm it. If he'd confirmed that, I'm fairly certain I was dead off of that cash out combo, but he didn't confirm it. Again, he reacts to me continuing the target combo with a guaranteed super. I am now in the corner at a severe health deficit. I'm getting throw looped possibly, and I throw out the level 3 on reaction to the fireball startup. At this point, I'm like, I just need to make something happen. I need a miracle. I'm just gonna DI. I don't think he's ready. He neutral jumps it, then presses the wrong normal, doesn't get the punish, goes for level 1, and just one piece of the level 1 super whiffs, leaving me alive. My wake up throw hits him and puts him in burnout. So at this point, I panic and I throw out an OD Superman that puts me in burnout on a pixel. I can't block anything. I whiff, I don't get whiff punished, I get the air to air, double dash forward.
Let's go, Phil! Let's go, Phil!
What's wild is I actually dropped that combo off landing into a normal that hit because I was so twitchy that I hit a heavy that didn't combo instead of a medium, but he mashed and I somehow got a counter hit and stayed alive. So at this point, pixel and a dream, I put myself in that situation, but I did somehow get out of it, and I am just bullying in the corner here. A lot of charged Gladius, taking advantage of my plus frames, kind of get a reset into an OD stance in case he presses something, which he doesn't, and I go for the command grab instead. Again, I'm spending meter on an OD Gladius I shouldn't be doing. And this is anybody's game at this point. He activates level 2. I'm fairly certain this is over at this point. But he doesn't string the combo into one that kills. I'm blocking it out. I'm not pressing. I'm not going to whiff. I'm not going to get whiff punished. Waiting, neutral jump, medium punch target combo, and that's it. Did you know that I'm now a brand ambassador for AdvancedGG? Advanced was founded by two gamers in 2018, when Street Fighter V Arcade Edition was released. Advanced offers formulas for focus and hydration too, but my personal favorite is their energy drinks, with over 19 wild flavors to choose from. I'm talking mango lemonade, strawberry shortcake, taro bubble tea, and more. Personally, when I tried the original Ramune, I was hooked. What's even better is that unlike many competing brands, Advanced always promises no added sugar, no artificial colors, and no uncomfortable crash when the energy boost wears off, as compared to chemical-heavy alternatives. Each 16-ounce serving of Advanced Energy contains about the same caffeine as 2 cups of coffee, and it's all natural caffeine from green tea, too. Whether you're an esports professional, a fitness fanatic, an exam-stressed student, or an ambitious 9-to-5er, Advanced supplements are designed to help you realize your peak potential. Use promo code GLADIUS10 to get 10% off your AdvancedGG purchase while supporting the channel. Link is in the description. Soon, you'll have energy levels that rival even the most unhinged Kimberly players on Ranked. And more flavors to choose from than Street Fighter 6 will ever have balance patches. Thanks for watching the ad. Now back to the video. And so we come to what will be my final set at Combo Breaker, which I am again gonna freeform with the voiceover, because it's over pretty quickly. I am fighting Caba here. Yes, that Caba from Dominican Republic, Street Fighter League, and I was actually excited about this, because number one, like, I'm deep enough in the bracket that even my losers matches are like living legends of the scene right now. I was joking with people after this that they had to call in Caba to take me out like it was a hit for the CIA. Like, I was just geeked to be fighting Caba. But I really thought Caba was gonna play Guile.
Okay, sure.
I'm laughing even at getting hit. Like, I'm just having a good time here. My adrenaline is so high that it feels like the entire match is playing out in slow motion. I'm still bummed that he didn't play Guile, but he made the right decision because Guile is like Marisa's only winning matchup, and Sagat does not feel good for her, and I in particular really need to work on this matchup. Like, I just got demolished, mostly by neutral. Like, he just had better movement, better button timing, and button presses than I did, and I got blown up for it.
Okay.
Game 1 goes to Caba in a fucking flash, and I probably should have been really demoralized by this, but like, I knew I wasn't supposed to beat Caba, so I was just determined to do my best. Like, it wasn't really a blow to my ego because I wasn't expecting to beat him in the first place. I just kind of tried to take a second to think about what happened and then go back in. This is really just a case of him fundamentally being a more solid player than I am. I was really surprised he went for the wake-up DP. He just did not respect Marisa at all. He was not scared of me. He played mad solid. I didn't check that drive rush. That's my bad. The corner carry on that man is ridiculous. Why are his limbs so long?
Wow. I didn't even know that worked. I didn't even know that could happen.
That knowledge check got me good. I didn't know that he could combo off of the OD Fireball. I also did not know that the meaty OD Fireball was capable of beating, like, OD Gladius. It's such a matchup-specific interaction that you can tell he labbed. I do have him in the corner now, so I maybe have something going, but he fights his way out. I jump back to at least try to maintain advantage and not be in a bad position. I get the counter hit, I confirm the counter hit, I go for command grab because I think he's not going to risk something risky on wake up again after having already done it once. I disrespect him a little bit and do it again. Then I actually got the meaty, but I didn't confirm it into anything. It's kind of hard to confirm that if you do the drive rush medium there. He gets the pressure going again. I risk armor when I shouldn't because I wasn't looking at my meter. Now I'm in burnout in the corner, which is really not good, and I get lucky here that he just has a drop. So I take my one round that I frankly didn't earn, but I'm like, hey, I got a round. If I can get one more round, then this is 1-1. And then who knows? Maybe I pull off the upset of the century. That's not what happened. I'm getting absolutely bullied here. Anti-air DP's on point. Throw pressure against Marisa's armor on point. And he baits my wake-up drive reversal, and that's it. I'm dead. Another perfect KO.
I'm dead. I'm 99% sure I'm dead. Good job. I'm really bad at this matchup. Once you're not in racket, if you have any advice, I would appreciate it.
And so we come to my last little addendum on this video. This is a casual 1st to 3 that I waited in line for against none other than Itazan, Itabashi Zangief, who I absolutely love him, not only because he still plays Marisa competitively sometimes, but just because he's obviously having so much fun, even at such an enormously high level. Even when he loses, he's smiling and laughing, and I envy his mental a lot, and I really enjoy watching him, and he's easy to root for. But because he knows Marisa really, really well, I wanted to have the experience of fighting him when I know he knows how she works, and I wanted to get her, oh my god, get his advice on anything that he specifically thought I could be improving upon. He was in my day 2 pool at the last Evo I attended, not this year, but last year before the Saudi acquisition. And he made a point of telling me after that pool that he had watched some of my sets, and I quote, "Your Marisa is very good," which I will carry with me until the end of time. It meant so much to me. So I knew that he wasn't like looking down on me as a player. He was gonna give me serious, genuine advice as somebody who understood that I was doing my best to take this as seriously as I can when, you know, I have other stuff going on in my life. It's not my job. I'm not on Street Fighter League. But this was just an incredibly fun 1st to 3 to play, and I'm gonna let the rest of it play out without me commentating over it. The only other thing that I am gonna say before it happens, because I just want to let it play out when it happens, is that I landed the most diabolical Marisa-specific bullshit knowledge check on this man, and that is, if you do a safe jump with Marisa, but you charge the jump in heavy, she's still plus when they perfect parry, and if they do anything except jump and you preemptively super, you can actually punish counter super them after getting perfect parried, and I fucking level 3 this man after he perfect parried my charge safe jump, and it was hilarious. He kind of like sat up in his chair and like with his accent that I'm not going to be able to effectively imitate without just sounding rude, just kind of went like, oh! Like, he was laughing, I was laughing, it was awesome. Itazan is the fucking GOAT. This was so much fun. I had such a good time at Combo Breaker. I'm incredibly proud of how much I've improved as a player, but more than anything else, I really appreciate this community, both domestically and internationally, and online, people like you watching this video. So thank you for everything. I'm really glad to be part of the FGC, and I hope I get to see you all offline again at a major soon.
are you going? Before hitting like and subscribe,